let's all be kind to each other and not call each other names. It's not nice.
Join me, Matt Connarton, weekdays, 4 to 6 p.m. live for a discussion about politics where we put aside labels like liberal and conservative and have a discussion about truth and what's really happening in the world.
This hour on WMNH is proudly sponsored by CGI Business Solutions, located at 171 Londonderry Turnpike in Hooksett. Serving all your employee benefits planning, design and administration, investment and wealth management, and customized business insurance solutions. They are available at 866-841-4600 or on the web at cgibusinesssolutions.com.
You are listening to WMNHLP, Manchester's radio, broadcasting at 95.3 megahertz frequency modulation from the top of 1000 Elm Street. Our studios are located at 1045 Elm Street and licensed to Manchester Public Television Service in Manchester, New Hampshire, USA. Contact us by email at WMNH953@gmail.com or through our website at WMNHradio.org.
That's groovy. Welcome, everybody, to the debut of Matt Connarton's Smooth Jazz Experience. Here for the first time on WMNH 95.3 FM. It is April 1st, 2019. And are you ready for some smooth jazz? Eric Gagnon is here. Eric, how are you?
Happy April Fool's Day, you fool.
Are you ready for some smooth? Eric, we got a lot of smooth jazz, and we have a big, big announcement.
Oh, boy.
Effective today. And, you know, it's because of the change in format of the show. It's why he agreed to do... Oh, I forgot to put on my sunglasses. You need to wear... Eric, do you have any sunglasses with you?
I do.
Can you put them on?
All right, I'll go get them on my jacket.
All right. Well, Eric's getting his glasses because, you know, you need to be wearing sunglasses for smooth jazz. I am pleased to announce that for the first time, well, it is a brand new show after all, for the first time, I have an official permanent co-host because he's been hanging around the studio quite a bit every time I do my show. So I made the deal with him and he's now come aboard. The ghost of John McCain is now my official co-host. How do you feel about that, Ghost?
Pretty freaky.
I'm very happy with where we are.
That's right. He loves... Who knew that John McCain, even when he was part of this earthly realm, he loved smooth jazz.
Didn't know.
You didn't know that, Eric?
No.
Easy G? Actually, this is an appropriate... I got to get into the habit of calling you that. Easy G.
Is this your big announcement?
You sound like you're from... I turn your mic up a little bit. You're a little far from it, but that's okay.
Is this your big announcement?
The big announcement. This is it. This is the new show. Every weekday, 4 to 6 p.m. right here on WMNH 95.3 FM. Matt Connarton's Smooth Jazz Experience. Eric, do you love... Or Easy G, I should say. Do you love smooth jazz the way I love Smooth jazz.
Sometimes.
You know what I love about it?
Oh.
Smooth.
All right.
I love some smooth jazz. And it turns out, so does the ghost of John McCain.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so he's going to be here with me every day as well.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, he loves smooth jazz almost as much as he loves not actually being a war hero, it turns out. Can you believe it? Yeah. I'll tell you the story, Easy G. I never really thought I was into smooth jazz, but then over the weekend, I don't know if you know this about me, but I participate in a touring trapeze act, and we were practicing our routine, and I slipped and I fell on my head. Turns out I have 17 different contusions on my brain, also known as concussions. And ever since I hit my head, I just love smooth jazz. It's as though a whole new world has opened up for me. I even remember, even though it's probably just part of the injury, but I swear, I remember growing up on the bayou, growing up in Nolens, blowing into a big horn. I remember all of it like it actually happened, even though they tell me these are delusions. But I don't know. Ever since I hit my head, I can't get enough of it. John Tesh and Kenny G and Chuck Mangione, however you say his name. I just love some smooth jazz. And I realized what I had to do. I realized it is now my mission in life, Easy G, to bring smooth jazz to the world, to all those who may have forgotten it when the format started to become less successful back in the 1990s. We have to bring back the smooth jazz. Don't you think so?
I don't know.
You look pretty good in those shades.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to see. I'm going to take them off.
Oh, no, leave them on for another. I just put the camera on you, Easy G.
All right.
Leave them on for another minute. Just pretend that you're blinded by your passion, your love of smooth jazz.
It's okay. It's not my favorite.
It doesn't have to be your favorite, Eric.
All right.
Easy G. Doesn't have to be your favorite. You just have to love it. You have to love it the way you would love, well, something you love. What's something you love, Easy G? Talk to us about love, since we're talking about smooth jazz.
We're on the road to WrestleMania.
We are on the road to WrestleMania. There used to be a wrestler named Jazz. You remember her? Jazz? I might be wrong about that. Actually, she was one of the Nitro girls, now that I'm thinking about it.
Oh, yeah.
She was a dancer. I think that's who Shawn Michaels, the Heartbreak Kid, got married to. Jazz, I think, maybe.
I think you might be right.
I think I might be right about that. See? It all comes together. You can't avoid the smooth jazz. Does being on the road to WrestleMania put a song in your heart like smooth jazz does?
It's exciting.
It is exciting. Smooth jazz puts a song in my heart. It puts an entire catalog of Dave Brubeck right into my arteries. It's very strange. It's a strange sensation, actually. It kind of burns a little, but I like it. I like the smoothness of it.
Oh, boy.
Are you enjoying our new smooth jazz format here during this 2-hour block?
I don't know what to think about it.
I mean, Matt Connarton unleashed it was fun while it lasted, but I think Matt Connarton's smooth jazz experience is what the listeners have really been clamoring for. It's what they didn't even know they needed, but I'm here to provide it to them.
Oh, boy. I don't know if people might turn the channel.
Oh, no. Those people who are turning the channel, they're bird brains. They don't know what they're doing. They need to enjoy the smooth jazz.
Oh, boy. They
need to enjoy some, like the theme from... You like television shows, Eric. You do that thing during your entertainment report. Has Taxi ever been your show of the week?
I don't do it no more.
Because if you notice, the theme song from Taxi...
I don't do it no more.
The theme song from Taxi, that's some smooth jazz right there, Easy G.
I dropped that part of the entertainment report.
Oh, that's too bad. What are you going to do? What are you going to replace it with? Some talk about smooth jazz? Maybe you give everybody an update on what's going on, who's on tour?
I replaced it with other information.
Other information. You're being very vague and coy. What kind of other information, Easy G? Tell us more.
This miscellaneous stuff going on.
Miscellaneous stuff in the world. Oh, boy. Well, I'll tell you what.
Stay tuned next week.
Stay tuned next week.
80th report.
Yes. Would you consider including some smooth jazz in your report?
Probably not.
Okay. Well, I don't know if you've given it the proper. I'll tell you what. I'll ask you again. I'll ask you again next time I see you. Maybe you just need to give it some thought.
I thought about it.
Who's your favorite jazz musician, EZG? Who do
Kenny
you
G's
love?
pretty good.
Yeah. Ooh.
My mother plays them.
Oh, Kenny G is a genius, I'll tell you. And Kenny G knows how to select hair products. Wouldn't you agree?
My mother likes some instrumental music when we sit down for dinner.
The instrumental music, yeah.
And when that dinner's over, she puts back on the loudmouth Howie Carr.
Very. Oh, my goodness. Nothing too jazzy there. Howie Carr, definitely not someone I would consider groovy. We have Bob Burl, also known as Bobby B, in the Facebook live chat. He says, I like me some smooth jazz. It's already catching on, EZG. It's already a big success. You can't go wrong with smooth jazz.
For this one person, I don't know if that's a success.
That one person's a tastemaker, I'll tell you. That one person.
Boy.
It starts with one, and then it spreads. It's like a crack in some glass, like a spider web of jazz.
Well, a month from today, actually a month from tomorrow, is going to be the taco tour.
Ooh.
Did you go there last year around that?
I did not.
I'm going this year. I've never been.
Oh, very nice. We have a call. Hi, welcome to Matt Connarton's Smooth Jazz Experience.
Yeah. So what do you mean, like, no more politics or something? I mean, like, are we going to talk about, like, the government and like, how they're all, how, like, they all brainwash us, through TV and stuff, How are we going to talk about politics, huh?
That ship has sailed. It's not about politics anymore, babe. It's about smooth jazz. That's what it's about.
That's just gay.
That's what it's about. I know. Well, there may be. Oh my goodness. Well,
Oh, I don't think she's a fan of your new show.
I think she may have canceled out Bobby B's
Maybe she
comment
turn on
there.
the loudmouth Howie Carr down.
Not everyone likes the smooth jazz, EZG. We have Dr. Jeff Cassell in the Facebook live chat. Now, Dr. Cassell, he's an artist. He's a visual artist. He paints things.
Right.
And I would not be surprised if he paints while listening to John Tesh for inspiration. We also have Jenny in the Facebook live chat. Brian Rourke is in the Facebook live chat. Brian's a musician. I bet he really appreciates some of that smooth jazz.
About Jenny.
Jenny, Jenny loves the smooth jazz.
Wow.
We have Pete Trouble Morse in the Facebook live chat. Says, any shout-outs? Cheddar on Rye? Bookery? Oh, is that directed to you? I think that's directed to you, EZG.
Yeah, that's my morning show.
Pete Trouble Morse is looking for some shout-outs.
I do that in the morning show.
No, you want to do that here? Do they play some smooth jazz at the Bookery? Seems appropriate for a bookstore.
They do play some music at the. They have different shows there. Yep.
I like to sit down with a good book and listen to some Kenny G.
They have poetry and they have a little bit of this.
Oh, my goodness.
I love that place.
Yeah. Carol Becker says, nice shades, Matt. Thank you, Carol. I wear these when I'm feeling jazzy and smooth. Hello to Alex O'Connor in the Facebook live chat. I think Alex might be appearing on the show soon. I didn't get a chance to respond yet, but I saw a message from him. He's a musician, I don't know what kind of music he plays. I'm hoping it's smooth jazz. You can take those off, EZG.
Oh,
I don't expect you to wear them all the time, unless, of course, you're blind.
I'm not blind.
I'm actually blind. That's one of the things that happened to me when I hit my head. I began to enjoy smooth jazz, and I went completely blind. But because of the Americans with Disabilities Act, the studio had no choice but to install some Braille.
I didn't get pulling my leg today. April Fool's Day.
I would never pull your leg, EZG.
I think you are.
Unless I was going for some sort of submission hold.
Brooklyn Mike
match
tried to pull everybody's leg
WrestleMania.
by saying he's moving back to Brooklyn.
I heard
House
that.
for sale.
Brooklyn Mike's a musician.
He had me going for a second.
They got quite a jazz scene in New
and then
York
Peter
City.
didn't fall for it. He said, it's April Fool's Day, buddy.
No,
And he
Peter
said,
didn't
you're
fall
right.
for it.
April Fools.
Peter's a cool cat. I bet he likes some smooth jazz.
I don't know.
I think his show is groovy.
It is groovy, yeah.
Even when you're on it, EZG. I'm just kidding with you. It's always groovy with you.
Yeah, I won't be on the rest of the week. So.
Why won't you?
Oh, because the Friday I'm not coming on because I gotta work a double shift and then I got things to do.
You should take some music lessons. You can come in here and be part of our new live jazz ensemble.
Michael Mario's coming in and they're gonna have the guy on the radio. I mean, on the it's everywhere coming in to promote the Christy Catton prostate cancer event.
Ooh, nothing.
John Clayton's coming in the house.
Ooh,
Play Mets game.
groovy. We have a call. Welcome to Matt Connarton's Smooth Jazz Experience.
What is this stuff you're doing, huh?
What's that?
What is this garbage you're doing, huh?
We're doing some
You
smooth
talky.
jazz.
Where's the music?
Oh, we're gonna play.
Huh?
Did you
Where's
hear
the
our?
music, huh?
Did you hear our opening song?
Talky,
It was
talky.
groovy.
Shut up and play.
I might have to
What
play
is
it
this?
again. It was so
Play.
good. Well, you know, can't please
Man, I don't know how to do nothing.
can't please everyone with the smooth jazz. Listen to that
Hey,
bass.
you don't know jazz from your hookers. You don't know nothing. You don't know nothing at all. You think you know it all, but you're too young. You're mistaken. You know. Go back to what you had. This is a topic that's above your head. Bye.
We're just
Goodbye.
enjoying some smooth jazz. Not everyone likes it. Do you like this, Easy G? It's groovy, isn't it?
Sometimes.
Yeah. Makes me want to get up and dance.
Yeah.
But I'm just going to stay seated and do that. Because I don't want to embarrass you with my dance moves.
Yeah.
Because
There you
I know that everyone's jealous when I
Oh,
start
I'm sure they are.
shaking my hips.
Yeah. I'm sure you're just as good as Elvis Presley was back in the day.
I don't mean to show off, but I can even scat. Want to do some scatting with me?
What does that mean?
Here, let me give you an example. Shooby dooby 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 dooby.
Oh boy.
Pretty good, huh?
I don't know if it's good or not.
Ever since I hit my head, I'm like a master scatter, if that's even a thing.
I don't think it's a thing.
Oh, I think it is. We have some Facebook Live activity. Alex O'Connor says, I'd love to participate in your live jazz ensemble. And Carol Becker said something too, but I can't. Oh, she said jazz, but all fancy. Carol says, is that the scat man? Might as well be, Carol. I'm pretty good. You got to admit, Easy G, that's pretty good.
Not bad.
Yeah. Let's hear you do some scatting. Not to put you on the spot or anything. I know it's difficult to follow me because I'm so good.
I can't do it.
It's easy. You just got to not think about it too hard. Just be all like, shooby dooby 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 doo bop 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 a wah. See?
I don't want to lose a lot.
You just got to let the spirit move you into scatting. You got to be like the scat man. What did you want to talk about, Easy G? Did you have some sort of a thing going on? What's all up in your mind today? What's floating around in your head? What kind of vibes do you want to lay down on us? If vibes are even a thing that you lay down on other things, I don't know if that even really works. That might have been a poorly constructed sentence.
One weird show today.
Sorry. Easy G, you're very, very far from your microphone.
Oh, I'm sorry.
We want everybody to hear
This is
your
one weird show.
dulcet
I
tones.
didn't see this one coming.
This is the new show, Easy G.
I don't know if I like
Matt
it so much.
Connarton's Smooth Jazz Experience.
I don't know if I like it that much.
Well, you just have to get used to it, Easy G. Maybe sometime you'll hit your head and then you'll suddenly find
I've hit my head
you
before.
love jazz. Smooth jazz. That's a big yawn, Easy G.
Yeah, show's putting me to sleep.
Oh, I know what's putting you to sleep. It's those dulcet tones of mine. Maybe you need to hear some smooth jazz to wake you up.
Oh boy.
Here's some John Tesh. What could be better? You might know this song, Easy G. Against All Odds by Phil Collins.
Oh God, he's saying that.
No, he's not singing it. John Tesh picked up a saxophone and blew into it.
I do like saxophone.
Isn't this nice? Isn't this nice? This ought to perk you right up, Easy G.
Oh, I think you're sleeping.
Yeah. Ooh, Alex O'Connor says Easy G and Kenny G. Are you and Kenny G related, Easy G?
No,
Oh.
just a coincidence.
Oh, right. Do you think you could play the sax like John Tesh?
No.
Oh.
I have no musical talent.
Oh. I do like this song. Do you like the original song, Eric, by what's his Phil Collins? I forget what movie
Oh, yeah, I
it's
saw
from.
Phil Collins in a concert years ago.
Did you ever I don't know why you're so
I'm gonna
drowsy.
take a nap.
Ooh, Pete Trouble Morse says, tell us about your ingrown toenail, Easy G. That ought to wake you up.
I'd rather not.
Okay.
I try to forget about it.
What movie is this from? Do you remember?
Jump over a bridge? I don't know.
Jump over a bridge? Is that a movie?
Jump off a bridge.
Jump off a bridge? I don't think there is such a movie, Easy G. And
Yes,
that's
there
some
is.
very bad advice.
It's a Wonderful Life.
Unless
the guy jumped off the bridge and then the angel saved him.
Yeah, but that's not the name of the movie.
No, I know, but he did jump off.
Oh, I think that's what Jump by Van Halen is about.
Clarence saved him.
Yes. Easy G, I feel like shopping at in a department store. How about you? You ever go shopping and listen to some John Tesh?
Not really.
Jenny says TMI. Carol says, what's all this about toenails?
I agree.
I wonder if there's any smooth jazz songs about toenails.
Probably not.
Boy, listen to John Tesh blow.
Oh, boy.
Easy G, there really is a synergy here because on the morning show, when you do your entertainment report, it's accompanied by the theme from Entertainment Tonight.
Yes, it is.
And when we were kids, that was hosted by the great John Tesh.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
When you used to watch John Tesh on Entertainment Tonight, did you ever imagine that he would eventually go on to record such fantastic smooth jazz?
No. I never would have guessed. I used to love that show. It's still on the air, I think.
Entertainment Tonight, yes, but not with John Tesh. He's too busy making beautiful music.
Yeah.
Feel that groove.
Oh, boy. It's one freaky show.
Did you ever sing this song to your wife when you were splitting up?
I don't think so.
Take a look at me now,
No.
'cause I'll still be standing here. And you coming back to me is against all odds.
Yeah, against all odds, all right.
It's the chance I've got to take. Take a look at me now. Did you ever sing that? Or
can't say
recite it?
I have.
No. Me neither. But I'll tell you what, I really like that song even more than I ever did before.
Making me drowsy.
Well, Eric, you just got to give into the groove. Get into the groove of some smooth jazz.
Oh, thankfully I gotta leave soon.
I bet when you get home, you're going to start thinking about picking up a musical. Do you play a musical instrument, Eric?
I used to play the drums.
Ooh, very nice. Did you play with brushes like they do in smooth jazz?
No, I just played the drums. I was never really that good. I was no Justin Spencer, that's for sure.
John Midas Manning, also known as DJ Midas, he hosts a show called Late Night Delight here on WMNH 95.3.
Weeks ago.
He says it's a sexy show, guys. Eric, are you secure enough in your masculinity to be told that you're part of a sexy show while you're sitting here with another man, listening to smooth jazz?
I don't know what to think at this point.
Because I'll tell you what, some of that smooth jazz music sounds like the soundtrack to some adult films I've seen. Not that I've actually watched any adult films, mind you. I'm a paragon of virtue, but some of those songs are a little sexual, I think. A little romantic, if you know what I mean. A little bit amorous. Yeah. You're really far away from the mic again, Eric.
True.
What did you want to talk about today, Easy G?
I don't know. I forgot everything I wanted to talk about.
Because the great thing about the smooth jazz format is you can talk about anything, really. It just has to all come back to smooth jazz.
What's the right this?
DJ Midas says, hot, throbbing jazz licks. Yes. Jenny says, she's asking about your ingrown toenail, I think. Carol says, a little risque. I think that's the part that, I don't know if you know this, Easy G, about me, but I'm also a hypnotherapist.
Yeah, I've heard you talk about it.
Sometimes when I'm doing a hypnosis session, you know what I play in the background?
KDG?
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
And all kinds of other smooth jazz.
All I hate to do is, but I gotta go. So.
I don't think that you hate to do this, Easy G.
Probably not. At
Yeah,
this point, I don't.
you seem like you, leave if you must, but I'll tell you what, you're going to miss out on some smooth jazz.
I gotta do what I gotta do.
Got a lot of smooth jazz. I mean, we're only 24 minutes into the show. Got another more than an hour and a half left of Matt Connarton's smooth jazz experience. the brand new show here on WMNH 95.3 FM. What's that, Easy G? Oh, no. I think this is going to be a rousing success. Getting a lot of love in the Facebook live chat. Everyone's loving the Matt Connarton Unleashed. No, I said it wrong. The Matt Connarton Smooth Jazz Experience. Well, we're unleashing some smooth jazz now, aren't we? Let's see. John Manning, DJ Midas says, Easy G, Kenny G, related. Yes, I think they are. Eric just doesn't want to admit it because he doesn't have as nice hair as his very distant cousin. Alex O'Connor says, hypnotize him with that smooth jazz. Well, I think that might be part of the problem, Alex. I think that might be exactly what happened. So if you're just joining us, this is the brand new show that you'll now be hearing every day from 4 to 6 p.m. weekdays here at WMNH, Matt Connarton's Smooth Jazz Experience. And I think we're already off to a rousing start. Might be using the term rousing a little bit loosely, but I think it's time. Wow. Let's do this. Let's play some more John Tesh. I know you all love the John Tesh. Of course, former host of Entertainment Tonight, now a smooth jazz artist. Oh, Pete Trouble Morse says, well, at least he contributed some quality content to the show before he left. Well, that's what we count on for Easy G. Here's a little number, a cover by John Tesh called I Will Always Love You. I should look up the lyrics. Maybe I can accompany Mr. Tesh. I mean, I'm no Whitney Houston, but too soon for that particular joke that just popped into my head. If I should stay, I would only be in your way. So I'll go, but I know I'll think of you every step of the way. And I will always love you. Oh, that's groovy. I don't know where we are in the song, actually. Bittersweet memories. That is all I'm taking with me. So goodbye. Please don't cry. We both know I'm not what you need. She probably should have said that to Bobby Brown at some point, but we won't get into that. And I will always love you. You should never start a sentence with and, by the way. That's grammatically incorrect. I think this is the chorus. Will always love you, babe. I'm throwing in the babe. It sounds more jazzy. I will always love you. I think we're going into a verse now. I'm not sure. It's very difficult without lyrics. Listen to those drums. I hope life treats you kind. That's also grammatically incorrect. I believe it would be kindly. And I hope you have all you've dreamed of. And I wish you joy and happiness, Easy G. Easy G's just re-entered the room. You can't see him because he's not on camera. But above all else, I wish you love. Yeah, that's groovy. This is clearly the chorus. And I will always love you. I'm not actually singing this to you, Easy G. Don't worry. That would be a little weird. Not that there would be anything wrong with that. That would still be groovy. It's just not my thing. Some people like cake, some like ice cream. It's all good. It's all good when there's smooth jazz. Oh, we're still in the chorus. I will always love you. I will always love you. I will always love you. I don't know how many times to say it, but I think we're at the end of the song now. Good timing. Easy G. Do you have anything to say before you go? Wait, let me put the camera back on you there. There you go. Any last words, Easy G? The song's over now, so you can feel free to, or I can turn that mic up for you. You have nothing to say? Really? You're speechless? I was going to say, that never happens on the morning show. On the morning show, you're quite verbose. Sometimes, Peter White, who's a very, very groovy cat, sometimes he has to admonish you and say, Easy G, getting a little out of control there. He brings the worst out. I think he brings the best out of you, Easy G. I think he brings the best out of you. But you know what I think could bring even more out of you? More of the best if you give it a chance. You know what it is? You know what it is? Some smooth jazz. Oh, yeah. That's what Heidi says I scared you away. She said, this is a great idea for the morning show.
What if Ryan Gorman's a big...
Oh, what's that?
What if Ryan Gorman likes smooth jazz?
I bet Ryan Gorman likes the smooth jazz.
I kind of doubt it.
I bet he's an artist. He's a painter. I bet.
Oh, yeah, you're right. He is.
Yes, he is. I can imagine him listening to some Dave Brubeck, some Chuck Mangione, or however you say his name, while he's doing his painting. You know, those artists, they like the smooth jazz. He says he's going to give you a big hug.
Yeah, that's what that little fight we had.
Oh, right. Yes, you did. You had a fight. That wouldn't have happened. That argument wouldn't have happened had there been some smooth jazz playing in the background. Oh, sorry, what? Made for great radio. That is true. Easy G is leaving us. Apparently, he has had his daily dose of smooth jazz. I say daily dose. That might sound a bit presumptuous, but I truly believe that after today, he's just not going to be able to help himself. He's going to be looking for some more smooth jazz. Hopefully, we have broadened his horizons here today, and I think that's wonderful. I feel good about that. I mean, I don't want to take too much credit, but let's see. Ooh, Carol Becker in the Facebook live chat says, smooth jazz. That's right, Carol. You've got the right idea. Bobby B in the Facebook live chat says, I think you converted him. I bet that he can't wait to go listen to some smooth jazz. I think you're right, Bobby B. In fact, I know you are. I know you are. Let's see. What else do we have to listen to? We've got a lot of great stuff for you today. Here on the new show, if you're just tuning in, Matt Connarton's Smooth Jazz Experience. It's where you come to experience some smooth jazz. Where else can you get that? Well, probably a lot of places, but now it was suggested because I did say I was taking requests. One of the things was suggested that I play was, and I'm not familiar with this gentleman. His first name is Herb Alpert. Well, I like that name, Herb. That's a nice name, if you know what I mean. Let's give this a listen. Ooh. This is called A Taste of Honey. Well, what's smoother than honey when you're enjoying some nice smooth jazz? That's a true story, by the way, I was telling. I hope no one thinks I was making that up. We were doing this trapeze routine, and I just fell splat right on my head. And I was unconscious, and I had an out-of-body experience. And I actually, while I was separated from my body, perhaps it was a dream, it seemed very real, I actually met Kenny G. And he told me, he said, Matty, he called me Matty C. He said, you're going to get another chance at life. You don't have to come and be with us yet. You get to go back. But when you do, you have a mission, you have a purpose for this second chance. You have to reintroduce the world to smooth jazz. And then I regained consciousness, and I told everyone in the room what had happened to me, and they all laughed and said, that's impossible because turns out Kenny G is actually still alive. And I said, well, regardless, that experience meant something to me. and it was groovy. Everything was groovy on that day. I probably should resign from being a part of the Trapeze Act. I'm a little bit of a klutz, you know. Ooh, I like this herb. I don't mean, you know what I mean. That's his name. Herb Alpert. Wow, who knew? I'm discovering all kinds of new things today. Carol Becker just shared something in the Facebook live chat from YouTube. I hope it's something groovy. What could this be? Ooh. Dave Brubeck. We might have to check this out. Whoops. I did say, I apologize. I got excited by the smooth jazz. I did say I was taking requests. All right, here we go for Carol Becker. Here's some smooth jazz from Dave Brubeck. Ooh, I know this song. We have a call. Hi, welcome to Matt Connarton's Smooth Jazz Experience. Who's this?
Hey, Matt, it's Skumpi. I'm loving the smooth and the cool jazz, man.
Jeff Skumpi Lorenz, enjoying the smooth jazz.
Oh, baby, it's beautiful. Oh, you had me laughing out loud with Easy G there into the smooth jazz, man.
Easy G seems a little reluctant to give himself over to the smooth jazz.
I don't know why, man. I think it's, you know, that Herb Alpert, oh my God, I remember my mother playing that album over and over. I love that album. That is really smooth jazz.
It is smooth. Is it Herb Alpert? I assumed it was Herb Alpert, if you know what I'm saying.
Is it Herb? Is it herb like sage or like thyme, or is it herb like my dad, Herb Lorenz?
I don't know. I'm very confused.
Or is it herb? Or is it an herb? A herb?
I don't know.
I don't know.
It's all very confusing.
But it's not smooth jazz.
In some ways, this is all new to me, Skumpi, but in some ways, I feel like it's always been deep inside.
It seemed to me like Easy G didn't appreciate the smooth jazz, man. Why wouldn't he appreciate the smooth jazz?
Easy G was falling asleep. He was getting a little drowsy. He was starting to yawn, and his eyelids got very heavy.
Well, maybe you should put on a little rock and roll for him, maybe a little kiss or something, maybe, huh?
Well,
maybe it'll woke his ass up.
I could have done that, but that doesn't quite fit the format of the new show here at WMNH. Matt Connarton's Smooth Jazz Experience.
Smooth. How about some funky jazz, man? Some funky jazz.
Oh, we can play all kinds of jazz as long as we bring it back to smooth jazz. Have you ever been in a smooth jazz band, Skumpi?
Oh, yes, I have, man. I actually played trumpet in a smooth jazz band.
Oh, very nice, very nice.
I did. I took trumpet lessons back in fourth to like sixth grade, man. I was cruising on the smooth jazz on the trumpet.
Nice.
Cruising.
That is groovy, man. That's groovy.
Groovy, sexy, and beautiful, baby.
Yeah. Did the songs that you played, did they have any kind of structure when you were playing the smooth jazz, or were they just kind of all over the place?
The smooth jazz is all about taking your feeling and putting it into your instruments, man. You just feel and you go. It's all a bunch of leads all at once, man. Everyone just goes, man.
Yeah.
And it's smooth. You keep a nice little slow tempo, and you just cruise and jam and jive, man, with that stuff.
That's what it means to be smooth.
Smooth and jiving and jamming, man.
Yeah, I can dig it. I can dig it.
Unbelievable. I love the smooth jazz.
Yeah, smooth jazz.
For some reason, I didn't think Easy G cared for it too much, but I think he's going to come around. I really do think he's going to come around. In fact, I think me and Peter will talk about it, too, in one of the morning show. Maybe we'll be a smooth jazz, a little introduction for his entertainment report, maybe a little smooth jazz introduction, I think would be a nice thing for Mr. Easy G.
Yeah, that Easy G, I think he could use some smooth jazz. And I'll tell you, that Peter White, He's a pretty hep cat. I bet he enjoys the smooth jazz.
Oh, yeah, he's one groovy cat, man.
Yeah, I can dig it. I can dig
groovy, man.
Yeah, totally. Totally groovy. Some of these bird brains, they just don't understand the smooth jazz. So
I love the smooth jazz, babe. Keep going on. I got to let you go, man. Just got to pick up some food and stuff, but I'm going to go in the house. I'm in the car now. I'm going to go in the house and put on back the Matt Connarton smooth jazz material, and I'm psyched.
All right, Skumpi, thank you for the call, my brother.
Peace, brother.
Peace. All right, that was Jeff Skumpi Lorenz. Yeah, I can dig that. He likes the smooth jazz. Ricky Lewinkowicz joins us in the Facebook live chat. Just in time, Ricky, for the debut of Matt Connarton's Smooth Jazz Experience. Live here on WMNH 95.3, where it's all smooth all the time. Smooth jazz. Carol Becker shared something in the Facebook live chat that she wants to dedicate. We will take dedications here on the show. She wants to dedicate this to John Hopwood. It's an ad for protecting fleas and ticks. Oh, that was just an ad. No, Nat King Cole, Love. This is a long-distance dedication, as Casey Kasem used to say. From Carol Becker to John Hopwood, you know, those crazy kids, they're supposed to be going out on a date soon. Oh, yeah. I hope when they're out together, John Hopwood takes Carol back to his place, puts on some vinyl, and plays her some smooth jazz. Ooh, I can dig that.
O is for the only one I see.
That's not all that O is for, if you know what I mean.
It's very, very extraordinary.
I don't think that's all the V is for either, if you know what I mean.
More than anyone that
if you can dig that.
Can love is all that I can give.
Groovy.
To you. Love is more than just a game for two.
Nice.
Two in love can make it. Take my heart and please don't break it. Love was made for me and you.
For me and ooh. Listen to that sax. I hope John's listening. Oh, that's nice.
L is for the way you look at me. O is for the only one I see. V is very, very extraordinary.
E
is even more than anyone that you adore can love.
Love
is all that I can give to you. Love is more than just a game for two.
That's nice.
Two in love can make it. Take my heart and please don't break it. Love was made for me and you. Love was made for me and you. Love was made for me and you.
Yeah, I can dig that. Thank you, Carol Becker. That's going out to John Hopwood. The, what's the term that you would use? The love interest of Carol Becker. I don't even remember why it is that they're going out on a date, but for some reason, we're going to get those two crazy kids hooked up, if you know what I mean. Ricky says, that's a ton of balloons you got there. Those balloons were from the morning show. 28-year anniversary, I believe, the morning show, here with Peter White on WMNH. It's been on the air for about 28 years. I've been here about 25 years, of course. Peter and I both in our early 70s. But it's a whole new chapter for me here at WMNH with the brand new show, Matt Connarton's Smooth Jazz Experience. I am taking requests if you want to give us a call. 603-250-6007. 603-250-6007. You can call if you want to request a song or if you just want to have a conversation. You know, I love my favorite subject. Speaking of love, my favorite subject is smooth jazz. I could talk for hours about smooth jazz, and I don't actually know that much about it because it's only since I got this head injury that I seem to enjoy this music. But hey, that's okay. I was told while I was unconscious by Kenny G, while I was having my out-of-body experience, even though it turns out he's not actually dead, but he told me, he said, Matty C., you must reintroduce the smooth jazz radio format to the world. You have to bring the world smooth jazz. Remind them why they need this music. Remind them of the songs that it puts not only in their ears and in their minds, but in their hearts. Oh, yes. And the best part of all is I'm not here alone. It may look like I'm here alone, but firmly, totally on board is my brand new co-host. You can't see him on camera, but I assure you he's here. He's always here. The ghost of John McCain, my first ever official full-time co-host.
Absolutely.
He loves smooth jazz. Who knew? Who knew? Well, let's find something else to play here. We're going to keep the smoothness going. I'll tell you what, I'm really enjoying that John Tesh. Those are great, great songs. By the way, did you ever notice that John Tesh, if you look at a picture of him, he kind of resembles Frankenstein. He just needs the little bolts in his neck, and he would look just like him. Of course, it'd be Frankenstein with a big, great big saxophone held up to his mouth. But Frankenstein, nonetheless, it's very, very strange. Anyway, but we all look like somebody, or do we? I don't know. I can't think of anybody I really look like specifically. Anyway, let's find a little something else here. Ooh, I mentioned. Here's what we should do. I'm going to play something really special for you. Are you ready for this? Are you ready for this? You know, the show that we used to do here in this time slot, Matt Connarton Unleashed, it was that was more of a political show. And of course now, Matt Connarton's Smooth Jazz Experience is all about what? Yeah, smooth jazz. But we can kind of blend the two a little bit because I found this clip online of a certain former president. Oh yeah, there's a certain former president of ours who he had a fondness for not only cigars, but the saxophone. Oh, yeah. In fact, I've got here, and this isn't the famous clip from Arsenio Hall. Oh, no. This is from another time. This is a few minutes long. Former President Bill Clinton, in a live performance at the White House, or outside the White House, somewhere near the White House, playing the saxophone. And boy, could Slick Willie blow. Here we go. He's not actually holding the saxophone yet. He's saying hello to some luminaries. He's kind of walking around smiling. Maybe I'll skip ahead a little bit. Oh, someone's handing him a saxophone. Let's listen to what happens when Slick Willie puts this up to his lips. Oh, it's going to sound sweet. Hillary's there too. Let's see. Carol Becker says, didn't specify smoothness, but jazz nonetheless. I met John McCain once. He told me he really liked jazz. I certainly believe that.
Absolutely.
Yes. He confirms that here, the ghost of John McCain. Bobby B says, try some Carl Denson. It's kind of a funk jazz. I don't know if it will fit the format or not. well, we can play other types of jazz. And just so I don't get in any trouble, that was funk, F-U-N-K. I just don't want to, I don't want any unpleasant misunderstandings, especially where I'm... Oh, here we go. Hang on. Ooh, listen to that. Wow. Ooh. There you go. That was Slick Willie back during his presidency playing some saxophone. And we have another guest here in the studio. I'll let him introduce himself. He's here to listen to some smooth jazz.
Smooth jazz.
You like the smooth jazz?
The smooth jazz, man. That Herbie Hancock and Miles Davis.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's some smooth stuff. I like that that Herb Alpert.
Herb Alpert, yeah.
That's
Herb.
nice, yeah. Who are you, sir?
My name is Mr. Matthew DaCosta.
Mr. Matthew DaCosta. Groovy.
Groovy.
You like the smooth jazz?
The smooth, you gotta emphasize that smooth.
Oh, it's
jazz.
smooth jazz, yeah. And, boy, it must be crazy to be here for the big debut of Matt Connarton's Smooth Jazz
First day.
Experience.
It's an honor to be here, sir.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's an honor to enjoy some smooth jazz.
What do we got playing on the radio? Any smooth jazz up next?
Do you have any requests?
Not that I can think of off the top. Miles Davis. Do we have any, Mr.?
Ooh, Miles Davis. Is that smooth?
He's West Coast jazz. Miles Davis.
Oh, what? Ooh,
West Coast.
Now, is there like a feud, like East Coast versus West Coast jazz?
Not as much as East Coast versus West Coast rap.
Oh, that's good. I'd hate to think of these jazz musicians killing each other.
I think they were more collective and came together.
Oh, that's good.
And they each established their own base.
Better to keep it groovy.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Their own upright bass, you might say. See what I did there? Yeah. Although smooth jazz is no laughing matter. But
it is not.
But I reserve the right to make a little joke about it. It is the big premiere. Ooh, before we play some Miles, we do have a call. Hi, welcome to Matt Connarton's Smooth Jazz Experience.
I love the show, and this is a new venue, and you got to keep it up. This is the best.
Oh, this
How about
is
some Al Hurt?
We're going to do this every day. Al
I hope so.
Yes. Al Hurt. Is that, how do you spell that? Is that H-U-R-T? Did he have...
H-I-R-T.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if he had some sort of injury.
You scared Easy G out of the studio.
Yeah.
You're too mellow for him.
Yeah, we had another guest earlier. Easy G was here, but he was falling asleep. It was almost...
That's what I said.
It was almost
you
as though...
scared him out of the studio.
He couldn't fully appreciate the smooth jazz. It might have been a little too smooth for him.
The show's great. Keep it up.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All right, so we got another request there. Well, let's do some Miles Davis first. What Miles Davis song did you have in mind?
Ooh, anything with blue. Something blue.
A kind of blue.
A kind of blue. That is a classic Mr. Davis tune.
Yeah. I don't actually...
Just think L.A.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, kind of... Actually, it looks like kind of blue. Oh, here we go. Oh, I've got there's a Miles Davis and John Coltrane together.
Hey, that sounds pretty good.
Oh, yeah. I like the name Coltrane because when I was a kid, I was a big fan of the Dukes of Hazzard. And, of course, they had Sheriff Roscoe P. Coltrane, but I don't think they were related. Judging from looking at John Coltrane, they look like they might have been from different families.
I would think so, yeah.
Yeah. Very, very different. But I don't know much about smooth jazz, to be honest with you. I just, as I was telling the audience...
there's no better time to dive in.
That's right.
Than today.
Well, as I was telling the audience earlier, I had that terrible accident over the weekend with, I'm part of a popular touring trapeze act, and we were practicing, and I hit my head. And when I woke up, I had a craving to hear some smooth jazz, and it's been that way ever since.
Well, everything happens for a reason.
I guess so.
You just don't know it when you're going through it.
It's like a whole new world. I was scatting earlier. You should have heard it.
Skibidi-ba-ba.
Ooh, yeah, that's pretty good. I can do that too. I'm all like, shooby-dooby-dooby-dooby-dooby-dooby. But I don't like to show off, Mr. DaCosta. I don't like to show off, I think that's part of why Easy G left, because he was overwhelmed by my scatting ability.
Well, it's easy to be overwhelmed.
Yeah.
When somebody, of your caliber is scatting in front of you,
That's right. This is nice.
This might put you to sleep.
It's nice,
but it's
and
definitely smooth.
It is
This
smooth.
is smooth jazz. If you want smooth jazz, this is cool West Coast jazz.
Oh.
It's not uppity, beboppity, New York or Detroit or other places where more blues sort of evolved from.
Oh.
This is cool West Coast, chill, laid back.
I'm learning a lot about smooth jazz. I didn't know there were these different types.
Well, just like any type of music that evolves and for different cultural reasons and, demographic, socioeconomic reasons of why certain music evolved in certain places.
Yeah, I can dig that. It's just smooth.
But this is cool. This is good stuff.
Listen to that piano.
Yeah.
It's nice and smooth. Yeah, I can dig that.
See, what I like about this jazz, as compared to some of the bebop, I have a hard time understanding. It's very much all over the place.
Yeah.
This
I can dig that.
This makes sense to me.
Bebop jazz. It's almost like music that's having a seizure.
Yes, that's a great way to put it.
And that's not groovy at all.
No.
And definitely not smooth. This is nice and smooth.
This is chill, yeah. Smooth.
It's like like a freshly paved road.
Hey.
Yeah.
That's a good analogy there.
Yeah. I just thought of another really good analogy too that I can't say on the air. Yeah. I'm going to keep that one in my mind. Yeah. Nice and smooth. Wow.
And you can hear the hi-hat in the background or the brushes.
That's
true.
true.
You can hear that, the slight.
I can. Very subtle. Do they always play with brushes?
Jazz and smooth jazz like this, yes, I think brushes are very much a standard.
Yeah.
If you are playing a little bit more upbeat music where you really want to hear the crack of a snare or the toms, then you would use sticks. But this is you wouldn't want any percussion to really overpower.
Right. Ooh, we have a call. Someone wants to call about the smooth jazz. Hi, welcome to Matt Connarton's Smooth Jazz Experience.
Hey man, I'm hip. I'm digging it, but my question for you, Mr. Matty C, is who do you consider to be the king of smooth jazz? Is it Kenny G or is it Dave Koz?
Ooh, Dave Koz is great, but Kenny G has that amazing hair. What do you say?
We're going to base it on hair, because I say the saxophone stylings of Mr. Dave Koz just makes me tingle in all the right spots. But I just want to give you a thumbs up, and I hope this format stays this way, man, because that's just cool, smooth jazz.
Oh, yeah, I can dig that, brother. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Bye-bye. That was what I call a cool cat. He likes the smooth jazz.
Indeed. Who doesn't? How can he not like this?
Yeah. Now, who do you think? Who would you put if you had to chisel a Mount Rushmore of smooth jazz? If you had to choose between Dave Koz and Kenny G?
Honestly, this might sound bad. I'm not familiar with Dave Koz.
Oh,
I have not heard that name, and maybe I have been sheltered from a great musician. This could be true.
I think so.
Also, the only basis that I have to go off of that is Kenny G, and I will say, Kenny G is a talented man. He's a talented man, and
he knows how to blow.
He ruled the 90s a little bit with his music.
Oh, yeah.
And, it takes a certain level of talent to be able to do something like that.
That's right.
It's not just necessarily fly-by-night talent where you're a one-hit wonder or you're just a money-making gravy train for a record company. I may be getting a little bit too technical, too analytical here, but...
Hey, it's the show. It's Matt Connarton's Smooth Jazz Experience.
Kenny G. So I don't know Dave Koz. Maybe look up some Dave Koz and I play some of that, and I can give a better opinion here.
I think the ghost of John McCain agrees with you.
Because I've always had 100% absolute truth.
That's right. Welcome to Matt Connarton's Smooth Jazz Experience. Who's this? Hello? Ooh, somebody got a little bashful there. I think that happens sometimes. Ooh, hello to Dan Randlett in the Facebook live chat, as well as Mr. Fred Bonig from the Daily Ripple. And Bobby B says, referring to our discussion earlier about East Coast versus West Coast, he says, the Bloods and Crips of Jazz.
There we go.
There you go. Wow. We had a request for Al Hurt. Are you familiar with him?
Nope. The name sounds a little familiar, but
Let's
may be
see.
one of those hear it to recognize it sort of thing.
Yeah, I'm just going to play the first thing that comes up here. Ooh, he's got an album called Honey in the Horn. Now, that's one of those phrases, honey in the horn, where I would imagine if I went to urbandictionary.com and looked up that phrase, I would find something truly horrifying that I don't even want to know is a thing. But it's also the name of an Al Hurt album. Let's see.
Well, words meant different things a long time ago.
Yes, they did. Yes, they did. Let's see. He's got a song called Java. Java. That's another name for coffee, isn't it?
Indeed.
Oops, an ad started playing. I'm being a little sloppy there. It's because I'm all wrapped up in the smooth jazz. Ooh, we have another call. Here, we'll let the Java play in the background while we take this. Everybody's loving the smooth. Ooh, that's peppy.
Yeah.
I should have played this for Easy G. Hi, welcome to Matt Connarton's Smooth Jazz Experience. Ooh. I guess they're probably so excited to talk about smooth jazz that they just psych themselves out and have to hang up. Ooh, Dan Randlett in the Facebook live chat says, Cause is king, but I hurt for the hurt. Yeah, I see what he did there.
I see that.
Yeah, that's groovy. I like those kind of double entendres. Yeah.
This sounds like 1920s fair music. Festival.
It kind of does.
Like circus. Not quite circusy, but, you know, like Sunday afternoon in the park or with his ice cream and cotton candy and stuff like that.
I could go for some cotton candy. That's nice and smooth. Kind of melts in your mouth.
St. Louis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
St. Louis Fair. Is that what they call it?
Probably.
They got the big arch.
That's the Gateway Arch.
Yeah, it's pretty jazzy. I like this. I like this. I should have played this for Easy G. Would have kept him awake.
It is Java.
Yeah, well, that's true. That must be why it's so upbeat.
Now it makes me wonder what came first, the term Java for just generally upbeat and for music like this, or did he sort of coin the term, or was that
Ooh.
They took that and used that for coffee, or, kind of what came first, the chicken or the egg sort of thing?
Good question. We got another call. Welcome to Matt Connarton, Smooth Jazz Experience.
Hey, Matt. How's it going?
Good. Who's this?
Good. My name is Tom, and I was hoping to talk about. Hold on. Sorry, I'm not feeling that great. Hold on.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, what's happening there? Oh, my goodness. Must have overdosed on the smooth jazz. Tom, are you all right? Tom, are you okay? Ooh, I think he had to hang up. That was not very groovy. You ever get sick like that when listening to smooth jazz?
No.
We might have to put a disclaimer on the show if that's what happens. I mean, he sounded like he wanted to talk about smooth jazz. Maybe he had a request, and then he just started farting uncontrollably.
And then we were at a baseball game.
Yeah, it was crazy. That's some crazy stuff. I'll tell you, speaking of crazy, I'm digging these crazy beats with all this smooth jazz. Ooh, you like the old television programs. I wonder.
I do.
Let's see if you can tell me. Here's some smooth jazz for you. Let's see if you can identify this television theme song. Let's see. Here we go. That's some smooth jazz. Recognize that?
I do not.
Here, we'll give it a few seconds.
Just like in the heat of the night or something like that?
No.
Like
it's Taxi.
I've never really gotten into that or seen that show.
Oh yeah,
a little bit before my time, but I do like the old shows. I just haven't been exposed to that one yet.
Some of those 80s shows, they like the smooth jazz for the TV themes like Taxi and Hill Street Blues.
They put a lot of effort and a lot of work into those themes.
Ooh, let's see. Fred in the Facebook live chat says, sounds like he overdid the Dr. Pepper. I think that's referring to our caller. Dan says, Hurt was the king of the brown note. Maybe that's what happened. Oh, And Ed Murphy is in the Facebook live chat and successfully guessed Taxi. Well,
nice job. What does he win?
He wins the bragging rights to guessing the song.
That's good prize.
It's pretty good. You got to admit, that's pretty good. Ooh, we're already into the second hour. I should remind everybody, you're listening to the debut of our new show here at WMNH 95.3. Matt Connarton, Smooth Jazz Experience. Mr. Matthew DaCosta is here with us.
Good afternoon.
And we also have
should I say good evening?
Well, it's still afternoon.
Yeah.
And we also have, of course, the ghost of John McCain, my new co-host.
We should be able to deliver bottled hot water to dehydrated babies.
I agree.
Yeah,
I agree. It's difficult to argue with that.
Hot water especially.
Yes. To dehydrated babies, I mean, that's those are really the first people who need the hot water,
right.
I would think. Yeah. Well, let's see. What else should we play here? I got Oh, I have a song that I'm sure everyone remembers. This is it Chuck Mangione?
Chuck Mangione.
Mangione. I wasn't sure how to say it. Let's see.
Dun, 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 dun.
Are you? What's that?
I think that's a classic Chuck Mangione. He's a horn player.
Ah.
If anybody's seen King of the Hill, he's had some spots on King of the Hill where he lives in a megalomart.
Oh, the megalomart. Yeah.
Yep.
Is it this song you were thinking? This is his biggest hit. Feels so good.
This is it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Now here's some smooth jazz. The good news is this is the 12-inch extended remix. Oh, yeah.
Now, yeah.
Now, have you? You're a musician. Have you played
Yes.
a lot of jazz?
Not really. My mind doesn't. I mean, it doesn't. Okay, well, let's put it this way. If you listen to this Chuck Mangione,
Yes.
I could play something similar to this. Like, this is, I guess you could say jazz, but it's a little bit more classically structured. Whereas, but it still has the jazz flair to it. I don't know if I'm answering your question.
I strongly disagree with your assertion.
Wow. The ghost of John
Thanks,
McCain
John.
is he can be very argumentative, even in the afterlife. Hi, welcome to Matt Connarton's Smooth Jazz Experience.
Hey, Matt. Skumpi again. I love the smooth jazz, baby.
Yeah, the smooth jazz. You like the Chuck Mangione?
Hey, you know, all these songs you're playing is crazy because I remember being a little kid, just a little kid, and my mother would be doing her thing, and I'd be just a little kid, and she played all these albums, she'd just play them. In fact, I still think I have them all on vinyl. I got all the old albums after she passed away.
Ooh.
Yeah, I think I have this on vinyl. I really do.
This song
I know
was
I had the
big hit.
Herb Alpert stuff, Herb Albert, or whatever it was we were talking about.
Ooh, I like to say Herb Alpert, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, man. We were talking 420.
Oh, I didn't mean that. How dare you?
Oh, wait a minute now.
I just meant I'm a stickler for pronouncing names correctly. I think that's how he says it.
Okay. You're man. No, great show, man.
Well, thank you, Skumpi.
Love it.
I'm glad you're
Keep
enjoying
it up with the smooth jazz, baby. Keep it up.
Keeping it smooth. Thank you, Skumpi.
See?
Oops. Boy, this takes me back.
This has like Doobie Brothers written all over it, kind of.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I wish I was shopping for sporting goods or something while I listen to this. Really takes me back.
Yeah. Maybe that's why he lives in a megalomart.
Maybe. Takes me back to my days as a youth when I would go to a department store, buy one of those pre-assembled bicycles, ride it home. Takes me back. And of course, some of these songs I'm pretty sure I've heard in some adult films.
Probably.
Yes. Which is in no way a reflection on the artist. Oh, Ed Murphy in the Facebook live chat says, hot, sexy jazz bossa nova. Oh. What is bossa nova exactly? All I know about bossa nova is if
the girl from Ipanema.
Oh, right. I know that song. Something like that. That's familiar. Where is Ipanema? Does anyone know?
Is it one of those Mexico countries?
I don't know. I don't know if it even exist, or is it part of someone's drug-addled fever dream? I mean, some of these jazz musicians, I'm pretty sure ingested something at some point.
I'm sure Ipanema. I'm pretty sure it's a real.
Oh, I hope so. Hi, welcome to Matt Connarton's Smooth Jazz Experience. Who's this?
It's People's Mayor, Glenn Roulette.
Oh, the People's Mayor. Mr. DaCosta, you know of the People's Mayor, Glenn R.J. Willett.
I believe so. How you doing, Glenn?
I just wanted to announce, I don't know if you can hear the smooth jazz playing in the background. I actually opened up a new club tonight. It's a juvenile club. It's an under-18 dance club, all smooth jazz here in Manchester, New Hampshire.
Ooh, that sounds groovy.
And we have the wonderful performer Chris Botti is going to be playing live tonight on downtown, right near Veterans Park, here in Manchester, New Hampshire.
Ooh, very nice. And this is is it an only underage club? Do you have to be underage to go there, the People's Mayor?
Well, we want to be basically something for the youth of New Hampshire.
Yes.
Here in Manchester.
Yes.
So we like to have more children get into smooth jazz.
Ooh.
Now, if you are an older person, yes, you can come and show up. I don't encourage it because I want to be more diversified. So we're looking for more ethnic young lads to come to my jazz club.
Ooh, that sounds groovy.
And we're going to groove down to the Chris Botti. So I
Ooh.
just want to invite everybody. Grand opening is tonight.
Ooh.
It's going to be at 6:30 p.m.
Well, that's amazing. The People's Mayor. Ooh. Ooh, what is that? Ooh, very exciting. The People's Mayor opening. You know, it's very odd. I ran into the People's Mayor on my way in to do my show, and he didn't mention anything about the new smooth jazz dance club for underage
Sounds
people.
like a good outlet, good time.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. If you're underage, of course. We're too old for that.
A little bit.
Yeah, apparently it's for the youth. You know, and I think that's great. You know, he's really got his finger in the youth of America.
Well, that's a great way to put it.
Thank you. Yes, yes. I don't know if I said that exactly correctly.
I don't know if that's how you really wanted it to come out, but that's what you said.
Right, right. Yes. Let's see. We have in the Facebook live chat, Fred says, Fred sent me, you know what? Maybe we'll, I hate to abandon the Chuck Mangione, but
it is the 12-inch extended.
Yeah.
It might go on for a little while.
Yeah.
I think we got the point.
Yes. Fred sent, let's see. I'll go ahead and click this link. Just gotta wait for it to play. I have so many windows open on this computer that it's running a little bit slow. Here we go. You'll recognize this.
Young and lovely, the girl from Ipanema goes walking, and when she passes, each one she passes goes. When she walks, she's like a
Was that you making that sound, or was that part of the audio?
That was me.
Oh, okay. For some reason, it blended in a way that I wasn't sure. I have to say, she doesn't sing with a terrible amount of enthusiasm.
I believe Frank Sinatra has done a version of this particular song, and that is one to listen to. I don't know if it's worth putting on another version of the same song, but for all you listeners out there who want some cool jazz, I believe Frank Sinatra has done a Girl from Ipanema.
I didn't know that. Old Blue Eyes.
Yes.
Fred in the Facebook live chat says, in or on, neither would be good, referring to my comment about the People's Mayor. And Dan Randlett says, I don't think that was the People's Mayor. How dare someone impersonate such a treasure to our city? He is truly a treasure to our city. He's really a national treasure, the People's Mayor. Have you actually met the People's Mayor, Glenn R.J. Willett?
I have not.
Oh, he's going to be here tomorrow. He's actually a thespian. And he's appearing in a local production of Our Town, and he's going to be here tomorrow on Matt Connarton's Smooth Jazz Experience to discuss it. Very exciting. Hi, welcome to Matt Connarton's Smooth Jazz Experience. Who's this?
Sorry again, Matt. It's Skumpi again, but I'm hearing this jazz, and I'm thinking maybe you put some scat stuff on, like Scatman Crothers and stuff like that.
Ooh, yeah.
Ella Fitzgerald. Oh boy.
Did you hear?
You know the scatting up. You know.
Shooby dooby 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 dooby. Bebop a boobop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little scatting, like
Actually-
Scatman Crothers.
Actually, Matt scatted earlier for just a,
Yeah, something like that.
when you do it, it actually sounds legit.
There we go.
Come on, do it now.
Ooh, wow. Boy, you've just,
Get some scatting.
yeah. What name did you say? Scatman Carruthers?
That's...
You know, Scatman Crothers, he was actually, he was on a lot of TV shows, too.
He was in The
Scatman
Shining.
Crothers, he was on, if you remember Chico and the Man, he was the garbage guy. He used to pick up this stuff. Scatman Crothers, he was an actor, too.
Oh.
But he got the name Scatman Crothers because he was a scatter.
Oh.
He scattered.
Well, that makes sense.
So if you look it up, I don't know, you'll probably find something. Old Scatman Crothers doing his thing, man.
Ooh, I'd love to hear some scatting, and then I'll try to scat along
scatting's
with him.
cool
Yeah.
stuff, man. That's some real good jazz stuff there, baby.
Ooh, all right.
Ooh, jazz. All right, brother. See if we can do something.
All right, groovy.
All right.
Thank you, Skumpi.
So,
All right. Gonna look up. Let's see here. Scatman. Ooh, boy. Well, the first song that came up, I definitely can't play. Nor can I say that title on the air. Let's see. Scatman. Ooh, he's got a song called "Keep That Coffee Hot." Hopefully, he scats about keeping the coffee hot. And let's see. In the Facebook live chat. Bill Muckler joins us. Hi, Bill. He says, "Hey, Matt, I'm more of a Dave Brubeck fan. Yeah, that's what Bill Muckler likes for smooth jazz." Gia, oh boy, I've been talking about smooth jazz so much, I need to take a smooth drink of water. Gia is in the Facebook live chat. Hi, Gia. Dan Ranlett says, I heard Glenn loves scat movies. Wait, maybe that is something different. Scatman was Hong Kong Phooey as well. Hong Kong Phooey. I'm not sure what that is. Do you know what that is?
Hong Kong Phooey? Is that anything sort of relating to scatological humor?
Oh, I don't know. It reminds me of American Chop Suey, but I relate everything to food.
Although Mozart was a classical, just a little tidbit of factual information. Mozart was actually very much a scatological humorist.
Oh,
yes,
interesting.
For all those who didn't know the deep personal life of Mozart.
Yes. Well, you do.
But that's classical. We got to stick to the smooth.
That's right,
jazz.
smooth jazz. Well, let's hear some of this Scatman Crothers. This is called "Keep That Coffee Hot."
Just keep that coffee hot.
Keep it hot.
Be sure you make a lot.
I'll make a lot.
Your coffee hits the spot.
It hits the spot.
So keep that coffee hot.
So keep it hot.
I love your coffee pot.
I love your pot.
So keep that coffee hot.
I feel like coffee is a euphemism for something.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can dig that. Yeah.
Or maybe just went to a lot of diners,
That could be as well.
He was up all the time,
That would make sense. He was up all the time
so
scatting.
who knows,
Yeah. Oh, groovy. Maybe he, I haven't heard any scatting yet. I hope he scats soon. If he waits till the end of the song to scat, that's quite a tease. That's Scatman Crothers.
Whatever I do, I will come back to you by and by.
Bye.
So keep that coffee hot.
I'll keep it hot.
Be sure you make a lot.
I'll make a lot.
Your coffee hits the spot.
It hits the spot.
So keep that coffee hot.
So keep it hot.
I love your coffee pot.
I love your pot.
So keep that coffee hot.
I still haven't heard any scatting.
I'm waiting for him to scat.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Oh, Dan says Hong Kong Phooey, the cartoon from the 70s and 80s. He was a crime-fighting dog. Hong Kong Phooey. I don't remember that at all. I hear more singing. I don't hear any scatting. This Scatman Crothers, this is not truth in advertising.
I'll be way up there.
But whatever I do, I will come back to you by and by.
Here I am again, honey. So keep that coffee hot.
Keep it hot.
Be sure you make a lot.
I make a lot.
Your coffee.
It's funny, I can actually see him like singing this,
So
you know,
that
you know.
Yeah.
So keep it hot.
I love your coffee pot.
I love your pot.
So keep that coffee hot.
I love your pot.
So keep that coffee hot.
I love your pot.
So keep that coffee hot.
I love your pot.
Ah, no scatting.
There was no scatting there. I don't.
Those kind of remarks are very hurtful.
Well, I'm sorry, Ghost of John McCain, but if there's no scatting, there's no scatting. Well, what if I just maybe I'll look up Scatman Crothers scatting. Maybe this
narrow
will
it down a little bit.
Yeah. Oh, Tony Petrillo in the Facebook live chat says, Scatman Crothers was singing a song one day on stage, and he forgot the words, and then he improvised and started scatting.
Oh.
That's how he got the name.
Oh.
That's groovy. I can dig that. Let's see. Looking for... looks like he actually did a lot of... It looks like he did as much acting as he did music.
Yeah, he was in The Shining. That's the role I know him for the most.
Well, here's a song called Pork and Beans. We'll try one more. I want to hear him scat. Yeah, here we go.
Take away those chillin'. And take away...
He seems to sing about food items a lot. Coffee and pork and beans.
I'm telling you, he used to go to a diner all the time.
It sure sounds like it.
He was a
yes.
cook in The Shining. I mean,
Oh,
yeah.
Wow. That makes sense.
Pork and beans in a can. Pork and beans in a pan. Pork and beans. Man, we love pork and beans. Pork and beans.
I like that piano.
Can. Pork and
Oh,
beans.
yeah.
In a pan. Pork and beans. Man, we love pork and beans. In a can. Handy, handy, handy. In a pan. Candy, candy, candy. In a can, in a pan, in a pan, in a can. Man, oh man, they're just dandy. Pork and beans. In a can. Pork and beans. In a pan. Pork and beans. Man, we love pork and beans.
I'm becoming skeptical that he ever actually scats.
It must be the only reason is because of what, was it Tony that said that in the Facebook chat about the scatting on stage?
Yeah, maybe it was just in that
Just
one
that
song.
one instance.
Maybe. Hi, welcome to Matt Connarton's Smooth Jazz Experience. Who's this?
Hey, man, Skumpi again. Hey, Scatman Crothers, you can't find him scatting. It sounds like all he's doing is food commercials.
It sure does.
I can see that like on the Doris Day Show or something. A pork and beans in the can, And maybe he's talking about pork and beans in the can. I don't know. Maybe he's, he might have another thing going on there, too.
Did Doris Day sing about pork and beans?
I don't know, but, I just remember the old Doris Day Show and, the Chevrolet commercials. I don't know. Scatman Crothers with the pork and beans. Sounds like a commercial. Pork and beans,
Oh.
in the can. But maybe Doris Day likes pork and beans in the can. I don't know.
Oh, oh my goodness. Well, Jenny.
Hey, she's still with us, She's like, I think she's 100 years old.
Doris Day.
She's still alive,
wow.
Doris Day.
Wow. Matt just left the room, and I think he might be, he's never been here before. I think he's looking for the men's room and doesn't know he needs the key.
Oh, boy, he's in trouble without the key.
That's right. He'll be back. He'll figure it out.
But, yeah, I would like to hear Scatman Crothers scatting somewhere. If it's Scatman Crothers, I remember him as an actor and all that, like Hong Kong Phooey. I remember that too. He did the voiceovers for cartoons and stuff. He had that instinctive voice that, you know. But yeah, see if you can find him scatting. I want to hear him scatting, man.
Yeah. Well, there's I'm going to try one more Scatman Crothers song. There's something here called excuse me. There's something here called Everybody Wants to Be a Cat. And I love cats.
Oh yeah.
So maybe
yeah, because you're a real cool cat yourself, Matt. Real cool cat.
That's right. I'm trying to be a cool hep cat, keeping it groovy.
It's smooth, man. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Keep the smooth jazz going, baby.
Smooth jazz. All right, we'll try one more here. See if we can find some scatting.
Everybody wants to be a cat.
Meow.
Because a cat's the only cat who knows where it's at. Everybody's picking up on a feline beat, because everything else is obsolete. Beware of a square if he offers to share his milk you sip. Now if it hasn't been tried, I suggest you provide your own catnip. I've heard some corny birds who tried to sing, but still a cat's the only cat who knows how to swing. A bird between two friendly birds may be old hat, but everybody wants to be a cat. Do dip do do zip de don't dipsy dibbity do yo yeah yo. So they don't beware of a square if he offers to share his milk to sip. Now if it hasn't been tried, I suggest that you provide your own catnip. Sip, be hip. I've heard some corny birds who try to...
We have a call, but we actually heard some scatting. Hi, welcome to Matt Connarton's Smooth Jazz Experience. Who's this? Hello?
I'm here.
Is that Dave Ridley?
It is.
Welcome, Dave Ridley, to Matt Connarton's Smooth Jazz Experience.
Oh, thanks. But you don't sound like Matt.
Oh, it's me, all right. Keeping it groovy.
All right.
What's on your mind, Dave Ridley? Do you enjoy the smooth jazz?
Not really.
Oh. Well, that's unfortunate, because that's the new show. Every day, Monday through Friday, from 4 to 6 p.m., Matt Connarton's Smooth Jazz Experience, with my new co-host, the ghost of John McCain.
My friends.
Oh, is that still... Are you still on about that?
Yes. And Mr. Matthew DaCosta is here as well.
Hello.
All right.
It's Dave Ridley on the phone. He's not really interested in the smooth jazz.
No, not digging the smooth jazz.
Not into the smooth jazz.
Well, it's not for everybody, I guess.
Not for everybody. Not for Dave Ridley, apparently.
You're gonna think it's an April Fool's joke. What I'm actually calling about. You're not gonna believe it, and I didn't believe it for a while. I had to research.
Oh, what are you calling about, Dave Ridley? I hope it's something groovy.
No, not groovy.
Oh.
Remember how back in the day they had sort of this registry of Japanese Americans, and then they sort of suddenly one day all wound up in a concentration camp in Wyoming, and then
the Japanese internment, definitely
and then
not
they had
groovy.
they wanted to have a registry for guns, and then that was not considered very friendly to guns. Now, guess what they want to have a registry for at the state level in New Hampshire?
I get the feeling it's nothing to do with smooth jazz.
No, nothing to do with smooth jazz. Well, maybe with the ability to hear it.
Oh.
They want to have the New Hampshire Democrats have proposed a registry of deaf people.
Oh, deaf people don't enjoy smooth jazz. Why do they want? Why do we need to register these deaf people? Because if I was a deaf person hearing about this, I'd be very upset. That was a little joke.
Yeah, I'm not sure everyone's going to get that or like it.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I mean...
it's not very groovy
House
of me.
Bill, I kid you not. I know I'm going to be accused of this being an April Fool's joke. It's House Bill 487. I looked it up on Legiscan, which is just a raw, recounting of all the text of all the bills, Legiscan.com. And I heard about it on, I think it was on LibertyBlock.org or LibertyBlock.com. And so it's the real thing. They really are trying to do something to deaf people that was done to Japanese Americans before they interned them, and that they're trying to do to guns now before confiscating them.
I certainly don't approve of any kind of registry of deaf people, although I could be persuaded to round them all up and force them to get hearing implants. I'm kidding, of course. That would be wrong.
Yeah.
Definitely
well,
not
it's interesting
groovy.
how, if you think about, like, even saying something like that, you could, if you were like a national talk show host and you said something like that, you could have your show yanked off the air, or there could be protests at your offices or something over something like that. But when they propose a bill to actually do it, no one seems to be very excited.
Those kind of remarks are very hurtful.
The ghost of John McCain agrees with you, Dave Ridley.
Yeah. Yeah, you are really taking this smooth thing seriously.
It's all about the smooth jazz. You're a musician. Don't you enjoy some Kenny G or Dave Brubeck?
No, I don't.
How about some Chris Bodie?
No idea.
John Tesh? That man can blow.
Pink Floyd is known to be a little jazzy at times.
There you go. Do you like the Pink Floyd?
Pink Floyd.
Oh, well, I like Floyd. Yeah.
Or maybe some Steely Dan is
Steely Dan,
kind of jazzy.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, kind of jazzy for a rock outfit. Yeah. But around here, we really like the smooth jazz.
All right.
Yeah. The smooth sounds.
Okay. All right, enough of that. Anyway, if you're concerned about this, if you don't want deaf people to be registered, the hearing is April 3rd. It's 2 days from now, and I guess you can find out more details at nhliberty.org.
Dave, I noticed you said the hearing is whatever date that was. You used the word hearing. Is that really appropriate? It's not very groovy.
Oh, I see. Yes, I get it. All right, fine. Yes.
It's like you're mocking them somehow, Dave.
Okay, whatever.
Dave.
Let the protests begin.
Where is Matt? Where is Matt Connarton? I want Matt Connarton back.
This is me. This is who I am.
No, it's not. It's some Quaalude guy who's talking about awful music. And no, it's not working. It's not working. But just be mad.
This is how I self-identify, Dave. This is the real me. I'm showing you the real me. The real me who loves, lives, and breathes smooth jazz.
No, just Matt.
Would you like to scat with us?
No, okay, I'm done. I gotta go.
Dave, please plug the Ridley Report before you go.
Okay, yes, RidleyReport.com. You can watch it, and I gotta go. I can't stand hearing this jazz thing anymore.
All right, Dave Ridley, keep it groovy.
Okay, bye.
Bye-bye. Dave Ridley, clearly not ready for the smooth jazz.
Not everybody is.
Not everybody is.
Change can be painful.
Did you figure out which door with the key?
I did.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Yes. Oh, we have another call. Perhaps it's Dave Ridley calling back to apologize for rejecting our smooth jazz. What's that, Dave Ridley?
Oh, I know no one ever does. I was calling him about something that's so crazy you'd think it was April Fool's Day. I guess they've got a bill at the State House to try to register. Can you imagine what they're trying to register? Can you guess? Deaf people. they're trying to register deaf people. They're like they were Japanese in World War II or guns or something. Yeah. Oh yeah.
He pocket dialed us.
Oh, that's what this is?
Yeah. That's awesome.
Did you say your name was Jeff? Yeah. Okay, good. Okay, memory's still working. Yeah. All right, I'm still Dave. Oh, hey, I have something for you if you want it. Can you hang on for a sec? Okay, just a second.
Oh my God. I wonder how long it'll take him to figure it out. Oh, I hear dishes. Oh, wow. This is awesome. This has never happened. John Hopwood has pocket dialed my cell phone before. I've never had anyone pocket dial the show.
I think maybe it didn't fully hang up.
You think?
Or, yeah.
That could be, yeah. Well, that's on him. That's his fault.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought he was calling back.
Yeah, I was really shocked. Yeah, just my contact information. I don't have my card is out of date, so I just wrote it down. Oh, okay. Yeah. Cool. Thank you. That was me knocking on your door a couple weeks ago, by the way. There was somebody left their car lights on. Oh. I think you were having a party and it was loud. You didn't hear me. I didn't even hear you. No. I didn't want to knock you louder and louder and louder, so I just left, and eventually someone came out and turned it off. Oh, that's too funny. Geez, I wonder, was there more than 2 cars in the driveway? There was not 3 cars, so I couldn't tell that you were having.
All right, I'm actually starting to feel guilty because in case anything personal is said, but that was fun. Yeah, that's never happened to me before.
I'm sure it doesn't happen very often on the radio.
Yeah, like there's been a couple of times where John Hopwood has called my cell. This hasn't happened for a long time, but there's been a couple instances where I forgot. There's been a couple of instances where I got to get used to the new format.
Right.
A couple of times John Hopwood pocket dialed.
Channel that inner true self, Matt.
Yeah, he pocket dialed me, and it was kind of fun. Hi, welcome to Matt Connarton's Smooth Jazz Experience. Who's this?
Skumpi. I got some scatting. Ooh. He is the guy. Matt Connarton, he is the dude of the neighborhood. Oh, yeah.
Bill Cosby.
Connarton is the dude of the neighborhood.
It does sound like Cosby.
Yeah.
Yeah, you kind of sound like Cosby.
Sound like Cosby, didn't it? Oh, wait a minute. No, I haven't given anyone any pills.
Oh. Yeah, good.
No, but yeah, the dude of the neighborhood. I like that song, the Scat Man, though. He is the cat man.
Oh.
I wrote a song, He is the Cat. Me and a friend of mine, when I was like 16, first started playing guitar. He is the cat man. He's the dude of the neighborhood. He is the cat. Yeah.
Groovy.
But maybe I can do a Bill Cosby. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
I just added to my collection of my other stuff, right?
Well, actually, now that you mention it, because Cosby, he did kind of do a scatting thing, right? Because wouldn't he sometimes like he'd be talking and then it kind of like scatting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I heard that when he was doing that. I could.
Yeah. Now I know what you mean. I didn't fully.
Oh, the Matt Connarton show. He is the cat. He is the man. He is the dude of the neighborhood. He is the cat.
Yeah. That is groovy.
You know me. I'm not afraid to do anything. I'm a moron. I'm stupid.
No, man. You're a cool cat.
It's all fun. It's all fun, man.
Yeah.
I like the smooth jazz, man.
Smooth
and then
jazz.
there was a little scatting with the Scatman Club. There's a little bit of scatting in there.
I'm going to have to play that part again for Matt didn't get to hear it. He was
I
out of
actually
the
like
room.
that cat song. It's a real cool song, man.
Yeah.
Scatman Club. I'm going to have to look that up myself. That was a cool, real cool, smooth jazz song.
I like cats. They're hairy and you can pet them. Yeah. There's some cool creatures.
You can pick up one more scat, man. See, a little more scat.
A little more scat. Yeah. That'd be groovy.
I'll get Bill Cosby to call from prison, and maybe he'll sing you in scat a little bit, too.
Ooh, that would be, I don't know how I would even begin to feel about that. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe I can give him a call. And maybe I'll call the Matt Conan show with some
didn't
cool
know you.
scatting and why not a little Bill Cosby scatting and jiving?
Didn't know you had his number. Yeah, well, all right, Skumpi.
You are the dude of the neighborhood.
That's right.
You are the cat.
All right, Skumpi. Keep it
I love you
groovy.
guys, man. I'm sorry. Okay.
All right, brother.
It's my last time calling, please. I swear. All right. See,
It's all good.
I just love it. You crack me up all day. This is like the funniest show, man. Oh, God, I'm laughing out loud in the car. It's so funny.
It's all
I
about
love
the smooth jazz.
I love the whole concept. What a great show, man.
Yeah.
Great show. Keep it up, baby.
Yeah, thank you. All right, brother. Bye-bye.
All right, man.
All right. Skumpi likes the smooth jazz.
Smooth jazz.
Smooth jazz. Wade Hall in the Facebook live chat says, smooth jazz in our life. Ooh, let's see. Ooh, hello to Brian Brody from All Natural Being. I guess he's a big fan of the smooth jazz. Let's see. I still can't believe Dave Ridley pocket dialed us. That was fantastic. Let's see. I'm backing up. Ooh, lots and lots of comments in the Facebook live chat. Let's see. Gia says, hello, fellows. Hello, fellow jazz lovers. I got divorced on my wedding day because my husband fired the band I chose and didn't tell me. Ooh, that is definitely not groovy.
Not cool.
Ed Murphy says, I hope you didn't pay for the wedding. Gia says, people have no taste anymore. Bobby B says, this phone caller is funking, as in Funking, so I don't get in trouble. Up the smooth, jazzy vibes, bro. Hang up. Ooh, Bobby B not feeling Dave Ridley's lack of feeling for the smooth jazz. Jenny says, it's a government conspiracy to prevent people from hearing smooth jazz. Yeah, that is the reason. It is all an experiment. Bobby B says, I need more smooth jazz now. Gia posted a link to her wedding band guy. We'll go back to that. Let's see. Jenny says, Ridley in jazz mode, please. Ed Murphy says, right on, right on, right on. Bobby B says, these callers are killing the smooth, jazzy vibes. Ed Murphy says, I've done worse than pocket dialing. I didn't close out. Ooh, this is bad. Not groovy. I didn't close out a porn app. And when I took the kids to school, the Bluetooth picked up the porn.
Oh, no.
And I had to scramble to turn off the radio. Ooh, that's why I've never had children. Bobby B says, Jell-O pudding. Ooh, yeah, reference to the cause. Jenny says, Tasmanian devil. Gia says, we should have sent in our creative jazz process clip, Wade Hall. Scatting is our thing. Bobby B says, skibibbity, dooba, dippy, dop, Jell-O pudding. Ooh, well
There's
done,
some
Bobby
Cosby.
B. Yeah, that's groovy. Wade Hall says, smooth jazz in our life. Oh, is our life. Gia says, shooby doop, ooh, do wah, dizzy, dizza, fooby, wah, wow.
Do a diddy dum diddy do.
I'm going to take another pass at that. Shooby doop, ooh, do wah, wah. I can't do it. Stefan joins us in the Facebook live chat, says, get the Kenny G Man on. We need to work on circular breathing. Ooh, good for meditation. That smooth jazz. There you go. There you go. Nice and smooth. Yeah.
Smooth.
Look, I'm a big boy.
That's right. The ghost of John McCain doesn't have to worry about his breathing. He's dead.
Yeah.
But even in the afterlife, he enjoys the smooth jazz. That's why he wanted to be a part of the show.
I don't blame him.
No.
I was part of the Reagan Revolution.
We won't get into that, Ghost of John McCain. Nothing groovy about that. Gia says, Matt, you can't pull it off. That is true. I cannot scat very well. You can scat a little bit.
I can scat a little bit.
Well, you did earlier.
Yeah.
You sounded pretty good. Not that
I'm a little bit on the spot right now. I don't want to.
Yeah, I understand. Oh, yeah, this is what I wanted to do, because you didn't get to hear this part. I finally found.
Oh, Scatman Crothers is actually scatting?
I finally found some scatting.
But everybody wants to be a cat.
Do-ba-do-ba-ba-do. There we go.
Yeah.
That's some good scatting right there. Yeah.
Beware of a square if he.
See, that was like a guitar solo for scatting.
Yeah.
The whole melody line. He went up. He had that climax of the melody line like you would have in a, sort of like a guitar solo, and then he came back down. That was some good stuff.
That's pretty groovy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like I've used that word a lot today. Groovy.
I wonder how many times.
Probably more than 100.
Few hundred.
But less than 2. Yeah, less than 200. Yeah. But I do love cats. Is there anything we're almost out of time. Is there anything we didn't play that we should have? Ooh, let's see. Stefan in the Facebook live chat says, break out the straight edge. Time to carve on the soul patch. Ooh, I've never had a soul patch, nor do I ever want one. I don't think they look good. We should play some Kenny. Do you have a favorite Kenny G song? We haven't played any Kenny G today.
I wouldn't say I have a favorite, but one of his biggest hits, I think, was called Silhouette.
Ooh, yes, I think you're right. I said that with far too much enthusiasm. Let's see. Ooh, Silhouette from 1988.
Wow, yeah.
Let's give this a listen. Oh, once it's past a little advertisement here. Okay, here we go. Ooh, I like the synthesizer. Very jazzy, but not really. Is it really jazz if it's got a synth?
Yeah.
Okay. Ooh, this definitely sounds like some softcore porn.
Yeah, right?
I believe I might have heard this song or something like it when I was a kid watching something on cable that was scrambled, but I could still hear the audio. Not that I ever did that. This is nice. This is some smooth jazz.
This reminds me of when I was a kid. And my mom loved Kenny G. Like, she probably still has a CD that she listens to in her car. And she'd put this on all the time. So, you know, whenever you're getting driven around places, all you hear is Kenny G. You know?
Yeah. I feel like I should be picking out clothes right now at
Filene's.
Filene's, yeah, this would be perfect. Oh, Stefan is asking, did I miss Take 5 by Dave Brubeck?
Have you played that one yet?
I did play that, yeah. Oh, hello to Dave Kopaz. Welcome, Dave, to Matt Connarton's Smooth Jazz Experience. Stefan says, I can hear Kenny's circular breathing. Bobby B says, ugh, Christmas time in malls.
Yes, totally.
Oh. Wow. The only thing this song is missing is, I wish it had a little more of Kenny G. There we go. I just love to hear him blow. Wow. That's nice.
I wonder how many times he's heard that joke.
Probably less than 50, but more than 25. I've definitely leaned on that a bit today. Yeah, definitely a crutch.
No, I'm saying him in general. I wonder if throughout his life he's had to.
Oh, I thought you meant
sort
me
of-
during the show today.
No,
Yeah.
no.
Because I've used that joke quite a bit. Yeah. Who do you think's a better scat man? Scatman Crothers or Cosby?
Scatman Crothers.
Yeah, I would
Totally,
have to agree.
definitely.
Yeah. Wow.
Until today, I did not know that Scatman actually was like a musician, and his career included that too. I thought he was just an actor.
Right.
You know, that's a tough question.
The ghost of John McCain apparently can't decide between Scatman Crothers and Cosby. Wow.
I gotta say, that's some talent right there on the saxophone to be able to do something like that.
Yeah. Gia says the frequency of smooth jazz is the best anesthetic. Yeah, that's nice. Ooh. Hang on, I'm getting an email. Oh, wait a second. I gotta turn this down. This is, Oh. All right. Well, the show's almost over. I gotta take my shades off for this. I just got an email from the management of the station. Oh, boy. Oh, it's never good to get an email like this. It says, Matt, please be aware that during the course of your show today, we have decided that our suggestion for a change in format direction for your 2-hour block may have been misguided and short-sighted. We now see the error in asking you to do Matt Connarton's Smooth Jazz Experience. And this mitigates any concerns we might have had about the previous direction and content of Matt Connarton Unleashed, effective immediately. Please return to the original format.
Dun, 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 dun.
Oh, my God. I thought I was stuck with this. Oh, geez, this is a big relief. There's a little bit more. It also says, turns out you know pretty much everything about radio, and we will defer to you at all times in the future. You are a genius and a true god of broadcasting. Please forgive us for our interference.
Finally, they see the truth, huh?
Yes. Oh, and then it goes on with even more flattery, but it's a little embarrassing. I don't want to read the whole thing. All right. Well, hey, I guess this is the end of Matt Connarton's Smooth Jazz Experience. I can go back to. Oh God, I didn't know how I was going to do this 5 days a week.
That would be tough.
Oh, jeez. I mean, just
fall asleep.
Oh yeah.
Jeez.
I mean, just sitting here talking. I don't even like jazz.
People got to be in their car and drive.
Oh
in
my
the
God.
4 to 6 hours.
Oh
you
yeah.
know, you can't have them.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, and that was on my mind the entire time. It's like, what if somebody falls asleep while they're driving and I get sued? And oh, thank God. Well, this is a big relief.
Mr. Ridley will be happy.
Oh yeah. Oh boy, is he going to be relieved?
Yeah.
Or actually, who knows? We might even overhear him telling somebody else how relieved he is that that the show's going back to the way it was. That would be even better.
Hey, that's some good advertisement right there.
Now, the only thing, though, here's the one wrinkle to all this I'm worried about. Does this mean that the ghost of John McCain is no longer going to be my permanent co-host? Because, he loves the smooth jazz. I don't know if he's going to stick around now.
I'll get Osama bin Laden, my friends. I'll get him. I know how to get him. I'll get him no matter what. And I know how to do it.
Okay. Well, he's being very
that was
cryptic
a little
there.
off the subject there.
Yeah.
So I don't know what he was trying to say there.
I don't know how to take that. I don't know what he means. I think he's just going to keep me guessing. So we'll have to see.
Maybe he'll just pop in now and then.
Maybe.
Just kind of check in on you.
Well, we'll see what happens. I mean,
it's all about the future.
Well, yeah, that's kind of
there
what
you
we're
go.
trying to figure out here. Is, how we move forward as a show. He did sign a contract.
Oh.
So, he's locked in for at least, actually, he told me he intended to sign a contract. He can't actually sign because he has no body.
appendages.
He has no physical form. Yeah.
Right.
He's just kind of floating around. He's probably on the ceiling. I don't actually know where he is. I don't even know how he manages to transmit his voice from the afterlife into these microphones. But I guess when you're a ghost, you can do stuff like that.
Fiber optics.
Yeah, I don't know how that works. But all right, well, I guess we'll wrap up. But hey,
thanks for having me, man. It's good to be here.
You're welcome anytime. I hope you enjoyed the smooth jazz.
I did.
And thank you to everybody who enjoyed it. But yeah, I guess tomorrow the show's back to the same old. Maybe we'll still sneak in some Kenny G once in a while. Who knows? All right. That's it. We're out of here. Thanks, everybody. And we'll be back tomorrow. Talk at y'all a little bit later.
You are listening to WMNHLP, Manchester's radio, broadcasting at 95.3 megahertz frequency modulation from the top of 1000 Elm Street. Our studios are located at 1045 Elm Street and licensed to Manchester Public Television Service in Manchester, New Hampshire, USA. Contact us by email at WMNH953@gmail.com or through our website at WMNHradio.org.
Oh, hey.
All right, Manchester. Hey, welcome to Grand. It's State of Mind. This is your host, Rob Azevedo. You are listening to 95.3 FM, WMNH, Manchester's only downtown radio station, live in studio tonight after a week off. I forget what was going down last week, but I couldn't be here. But here we are in the big seat high above Elm Street. Looks like the night is clearing up a little bit. That is good for us. No live performances in studio tonight. I had a good show up in Concord, though, last night with the Rippin' E-Breaks, who is Derek Astles, and Eric